Being a trainer can be a lot like your local drug dealer. You're always recommending pills and different supplements and things for your customers dash clients to use. But there comes a point where too much can be way too much, okay? Where people are just simply popping too many pills and things that even I don't know about. So in order to clarify things in this video, I'm going to recommend my top 2 supplements that everybody should be using. Check it out. Now this video was inspired actually by being contacted by a popular supplement company about being their potential spokesperson. Well, first of all, Chef Buff doesn't promote shit other than himself. Second of all, it was one of those hokey products that I'm talking about that I don't think anybody should be using. The only 2 things that I recommend aren't really even supplements, as they are things that should be naturally found in your diet, but due to our poor deficiencies in our modern world, most people do not get enough. So, first, let me be clear about what I don't want you to consume. I don't want you to consume any supplement, any pill, anything that you've never heard about, that just recently came out, that is some apparently exotic new extract from a small developing country, maybe somewhere in South America, that was recently discovered and is completely magical and will not only transform your body, but your life as well. This is what you should not consume. Anything, also little things, let's say, that aren't necessarily bad for you but don't really provide as much benefit as you might think they do. Like, let's say the supplements you'll see in magazines, they'll promote weight loss, or say a diet pill or something that's supposed to suppress appetite, or any of that gunk. All that stuff should be thrown out like the trash that it is. And I'm even talking about other things too, that unless you're seeing a qualified professional, like let's say CLA, glucosamine, or anything along the lines that doesn't fall on your normal dietary intake, if you're not sure if you should be taking it, be on the safe side and don't take it. Now, let's talk about the things you should be taking. As your drug dealer, I feel it is my duty to inform you that I have all my clients always consume the following 2 supplements. And I've actually spoken about these before, but now I'll just explain why. The first one, and I'm just going to show the no-name side of it, is fish oil. Okay, fish oil, because it has high amount of omega-3s. And basically, omega-3s are really valuable for a lot of reasons, but to quickly list them off, 1, it does help promote weight loss. It's anti-inflammatory. It helps your mood and concentration. And as well, in our daily body, let's say dietary intake that you're supposed to consume, you should normally consume about a 1-to-1 ratio between omega-3s and omega-6s, but we usually get about 26 to 1 of omega-6s to omega-3s. So we're really deficient, and that has to do a lot because our soil isn't as fertile as it used to be, because we don't eat organic meat. Our dietary choices aren't nearly as good. So normally we would get that, but having a high quality fish oil supplement helps, and it definitely will enhance your body composition. And I've seen it numerous times, as well as reducing all those joints, little aches and pains. And nobody, pretty much from what I've seen, reacts poorly against it. It's vitamin D, but in particular vitamin D3, because it's more easily absorbed than the other forms of the vitamin D. Vitamin D you might have heard a lot about, but the major important thing to keep this video short is that essentially it just helps with athletic performance. It helps with, or it helps reduce, I should rather say, a whole host of diseases and, let's say, inflammation that goes on throughout the body, and it just helps in a lot of different metabolic processes inside your body on a daily basis. Now, the one big stickler I should say about this is that the usual recommendation of vitamin D is quite low. Let's just say from the national standards, what have you, be it North America or outside of there. They'll recommend, say, 400 to 500 IU a day. I actually would recommend much more than that, but to be on the safe side, just because everybody watching this, I don't want to give false recommendations, I would say between 2,000 to 3,000 IUs daily. Now, I will say this, that I do have my clients use much more sometimes than that, because vitamin D is naturally occurring in the sun. When you go outside, you get it. But if you're like me, my cold brethren, and you're away somewhere, say in the fall or the winter or spring, where there is no sun, the sun goes down at like 3 p.m., then you don't have that sun being exposed to your skin, and you don't produce any vitamin D. Now, vitamin D, when you're only out in the sun for about 10 to 15 minutes, will give you about 10,000 IUs. So simply supplementing with a very low amount despite it being greater than what they usually recommend, is completely safe. And like I said before, it really does help enhance many things. And actually, recently they've been looking at seeing how, people will say the winter blues, how a lot of times perhaps it's just a vitamin D deficiency in the first place. So these two supplements, to wrap it all up, are my golden recommendations. You cannot fail with these. And these really, as I just described, should already be somehow inside your nutritional guidelines, eating whole foods. If you eat a crap load of fish, which most people don't, then you could be fine with the fish oil. And as well, if you live in a more tropical climate, the vitamin D3 in particular might not be necessary. But these are basically fail-proof ways to supplement with something that will enhance your performance and your composition, no matter what it might be it fat loss, muscle gain, or just being an overall badass like myself. With that, Chef Buff is out. I'll look forward to hearing your comments, and the next time somebody tries to sell you some mysterious pill, turn the other way.